everyone, welcome. It's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a Divine Masculine Twin Flame read here, as well as all 12 signs afterward. A couple energies that came in yesterday that I wanted to tell you about was, three things. I watched the movie The Congress. If you haven't seen it, it's a long movie and it's very deep and draining, but it was very cool because there was a point in the movie where a red animated bull charges and then runs away from himself and his group and then turns into a man and after he whipped the girl on his back as a bull, he turns into a man and then whisks her around and kisses her. So that was really cool. And then there was a lobster in the movie too, getting animated, that got pulled off their plate. So that was kind of cool because it totally paralleled to the twin flame stuff. Also, the Last Supper came up yesterday. Always thought that I'd be an apostle. So from Jesus Christ Superstar, knew that I could make it if I tried. And then when we retire, we can write the gospel, so they'll still talk about us when we've died. Really what was coming up was a gentle pool of wine. That the fall, is it for the feminine? There was a line I was getting where the Queen of Pentacles reversed was ungrounded out in the open. The King of Wands shining his light, dreams come true, and the Fool is free. And the fall is very short into a gentle pool of water. And then I was getting into that gentle pool of wine. Don't just look at all my trials and tribulations, sinking, and I was getting swimming in a gentle pool of wine. Don't disturb me now, I can see the answers. Till this evening is this morning, life is fine. So that was very beautiful, and I'm getting connection right now. That was the Last Supper. And then I was also getting some penis issues yesterday, some inflammation, so whether it's STDs, but I was more so getting someone specific who may have had a circumcision and it was inflamed or infected afterwards, so they were having some issues. That was coming up, and I think that's it from yesterday. Today, definitely some energies came in to have to deal with things and not get triggered by them. It is September 3rd, 2019. The 3 is all about the Empress, expressing yourself authentically, getting together, socializing, siblings, but mostly expressing yourself authentically, but also Gaia, Mother Earth. The day adds up to 24 today, which is the Queen of Wands, but 24 is also a 6 of love, family, and community. So between Mother Earth and the 24 of the 6 and love, family, and community, that daily kind of love, the motherly love, is very motherly energy today. And the 24 is also the end of karma for me. It's the omega, the end of the alphabet. And let's see if there's anything else up here. Yeah, definitely some issues came up to deal with, just things, 3D kind of contracts and agreements and misunderstandings and, wording, all that kind of stuff kind of coming up. And then everything, if you stay calm and you just think logically and don't deal with people who don't play nice, go to somebody else, deal with them instead if it's possible. But just being able to deal with it and standing up for yourself and not just letting it go because you don't feel like confronting the situation. It doesn't have to be a fight. It can just be saying your piece without fear and then walking away if it gets too heated. Or if someone's unreasonable and you can't deal with them, find somebody else that you can deal with. So that was one message that came up. And then the masculine read was finished at 12:49 today, which is the Hangman, and the 49 is the 9 of Cups. So that's getting your wish, or finding that satisfaction with yourself, being on your own. The major arcana for the read today were Solar Deity, which is the Sun, Ascension, the World, Shadow, which is the Devil, and Star, which is the Star. Before the read came up the Tower and the Strength card, and after the read, the Hanging Man came up. The suits were 2 wands, 2 swords, 2 pentacles, and 1 cup. So, pretty well distributed. And then the Queen of Wands, of the court cards in the read, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and then after the read, the Page of Cups came up. There wasn't much in numbers at all today for the masculine. The code line was just the number 2. So again, all week, we've only had one single digit in the code line. And usually I have more than one digit. So today it's 2. And also the numbers 12, which is the Hangman, 56, the 2 of Swords, which is being in your knowing. Also somebody pretending they don't know when they do. Or someone seeking more information because they're not using their intuition. 89 also came up, 25, which is that Knight of Wands. So the Queen of Wands and Knight of Wands were very instrumental in the read today. And then 68 came up, which is the Page of Pentacles. And then I'm losing my voice a little bit too. You didn't hear it, but I was feeling it come up with the Page of Pentacles. And then 2221 came up. The message here was all about love, partnership, new beginnings, surrender, and teaching and learning. So beautiful. And the code line was just, I didn't have to do anything to it. It was just completely clear. And all it said was for the Divine Masculines to get rid of the Knight of Wands. It's too masculine. So saying you don't have to come off as that Knight of Wands, right? That suave, debonair guy who just does too much or is always busy all the time. Because the Knight of Wands doesn't have to be a sexual energy. It could just be moving, passionate movement. It could be out running errands, working out, feeling like you have to physically do something all the time. So the masculine was being told to pull it back a bit, Don't be too masculine. Don't think you have to be this, that knight who's very masculine rushing in to sweep her off her feet. It's saying, Spirit was saying, get rid of the Knight of Wands attitude. It's too masculine. This is a love partnership, new beginnings, surrender to teach and learn, and be yourself. Be authentic to you. Just be you. It doesn't have to be a whole impressive performance, like someone thinks they need to do on a date. It's about being authentic, being real, being authentic. So we start out the read with the Queen of Wands today, and she is upright. And there's definitely chronic stress and suffering coming up with the Queen of Wands, being a tower of strength perhaps, or just always drama around her hands into everything. Could be someone who's either drama everywhere and she has the strength card because she's a Leo. So it could be two different things. Either she's causing her own drama in her life because she likes the drama, or she is a tower of strength and dealing with suffering and chronic stress. But there definitely could be ego involved either way. Fireball was coming up with their hands into everything, or they're just a multitasker. Happy family with options, synchronicities, and heaven in their eyes, a patient angel, and somebody leading the way, or just very successful and getting attention. The King of Wands with the Knight of Swords and the Five of Swords guy, right? So it seemed like the Five of Swords person was a person as well, not just an action. I was getting the King of Wands, like directing the Knight of Swords and the Five of Swords guy, like the enemy energy, to rush in to a Queen of Pentacles, where the King of Wands was like sicking his dogs on the Queen of Pentacles, who was just calm and sweet and just sitting there fine and grounded, who always stays calm, knowing that the sun will rise another day. When two kids, possibly dealing with a pit bull, or the King of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles may either just let them get it out and not be affected by it, or shows them how to solve things in another way, or go above someone who's unreasonable. Something other than to reason with dark energies, or a dark night, or a Scorpio energy was coming up here. So maybe somebody was offered a new life, or a raise, or a payoff, or maybe they were given severance package to leave. But somebody with no peace, with the Hermit coming out, could be a silent partner who has the light and is now bringing it, the wisdom, to their other partner. Shaky ground, unstable, rocky, unsettled, without the light. In the middle of the ocean, what good is money or a new life if you can't get back to shore? Bermuda and the Horseshoe Bay portal is coming up as the feminine energy portal, the pathway to the ocean, the big emotions of the sea welling up. And again, we just had the issue with the flooding coming up, in international news. So definitely harsh, wavy, emotional seas, and no peace is coming up here with those kind of energies. Manicured hedges and natural boundaries and clouds that hover above, because that's what was coming up in the parting of the Red Seas, and how God was always having a cloud over the tabernacle during the day to show you that they were present. So manicured hedges is just showing you an example of a natural boundary. We need boundaries, and nature is a perfect way to make boundaries. And clouds that hover above. The Queen of Wands over-isolating, or is now coming out wiser than before. Not expressing in a heated debate, the Empress reversed is healing and forgiving stressful situations, but if you don't like it, then she must deal with it herself. She was not coming up in a positive way today. But it could be someone who's ill as well, or may have passed. If not, it's someone who's losing their mind or is just kind of, not a nice person. So around her, but I was also getting a boat overturned, but also Overboard, the movie with Goldie Hawn. So that was about the rich girl who always got her way, and everyone was kind of happy when she fell off the boat because they didn't have to deal with her anymore. So that was coming up. But if you don't like it, then she must deal with it herself. The Nine of Swords, the imprisonment feeling, doubt, fear, and shame. For the masculine, to make an effort, and then the top card of the underlying energy was engagement, to move things up to the next level. Or just engage in the situation, or engage in the confrontation. Don't be afraid. That was at 121, which is the Magician, and then the 21 of the World, coming full circle, the ending's completion. So someone's energy is obstinate, stubborn. The Knight of Pentacles is reversed here, with a sweet Queen of Cups on the other side, who's very comforting and nurturing. A bold move to confront a situation head on. The Hermit, which can be Virgo energy as well, comes out, or just comes out of isolation, with showing their muscle. So the Queen of Cups, who's normally just sweet and kind and doesn't like confrontations, is now learning to show her muscle. And then butt cracks and cleavage were also coming out, plus two stubborn bulls parting their ways. And it was interesting. Right at 121 to 122, I went to look up an email that I needed information from, and my mail was at 14477. So that was pretty cool. So with the two butts and the cracks and the cleavage and the two stubborn bulls and a parting of their ways, and some might be having to part with something, like surgically, but I really wasn't getting that before, but I am now. So someone might be having a mastectomy, or maybe someone who had a mastectomy already is getting actually reconstruction, so they have cleavage again. So that would be nice. The Hermit, not sitting alone anymore, no longer waiting and wondering, but actually confronting things head on. The fourth finger was coming up, the ring finger, but on the right hand, going on a treasure hunt. Down her spine or back, a quest for the impossible dream, going somewhere, ascending now. Butt cracks and tails, also BS. The female bull chooses to be stubborn, refuses to move or work, and the male bull goes to the Queen of Cups for affection, the affectionate, loving one. Karmic completion comes up here as number 10, and then underneath that was health, which is number 71. 71 is that Three of Pentacles. So health could have to do with either working in the health field, or work is relating to your health issues. And health, someone with health issues, concerns, was definitely coming up all week. An older man, probably. Although it could be anyone that was coming up. I'm sorry, I was just running, so if I take a deep breath, that's why. I'm just still trying to catch my breath. So, again, the karmic completion, number 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune, and then health, the 71. Someone holding back the money, payment, or a loan, or holding back a new life to get justice, truth, and balance, to complete a cycle. For the King of Cups, who was coming up reversed today, a destined coming up there too. I'm sorry. The King of Cups here was not reversed. There was two different, this is the underlying energy, and the King of Cups was actually up right here. Within the read, the King of Cups was reversed, so it could be two different people or one person changing what's going on in their situation. So first here, someone's just waiting for a cycle to complete, and this King of Cups here could be someone who's just a good father, unconditionally loving, or a water sign, but also Libra was coming up there as well. And Pisces too. So it could be any of those. But someone's holding back payment of a loan or holding back the new life to make this completion or get justice, so that can be divorce as well. But truth and balance for a cycle to complete for the King of Cups, destined justice, divorce, or the King of Cups, Libra or Pisces, fated to be inspired by suffering and stress, death, failure, miscarriage, delays, deception, disappointment, despair, any of those suffering energies. Then I was getting Cancer rising and Jupiter Sagittarius, but also then getting the Cancer moon shaded as Capricorn and Gemini takes center stage, and that could just be those energies. Capricorn, Saturn, and I'm not sure if anything's in Gemini right now, but that was coming up as well. 1 and 2 o'clock, those positions on the clock were coming up, 1 p.m. and 2 p.m., and as I looked at the clock, it was 1:37, so here's that King of Cups again, and the Magician. The central sun and orange groves, the sacral chakra and the solar plexus, so there's colors from the sacral to the solar, the oranges to the golds, to get vitamin C, and of course Christ consciousness. The Page of Wands inspired that the divine feminine pines for him, Rapunzel in the E-Tower at the slivery moon, and the owl at her window, that Thoth is a hoot. The purple, gold, and white chambers with dark brown, the scrollwork and candelabra or sconces, and paintings that play with your eyes, checkers or chessboard floors, or Italian tile or terracotta and red and taupe, or even pinkish tone, peds and sundial. Whose move is it now? The divine masculine likes the game, or thinks it's a game, always strategizing how to win, as opposed to doing what makes him happy, unless, of course, gaming is his thing. R2D2, and I'm losing my voice, CP30 are coming up, so someone who likes those kind of things, Star Wars or Star Trek, that kind of thing, or inner workings is coming up here. The mechanics of how to take things apart and put them back together, the masculine loves to do. But still, no matter how much he is successful in that respect, he still can't figure out the divine feminine. The owl at her window, maturing and wise. If she's not strategizing and manipulating as I'm losing my voice, then why is she so sad at night? As the rocket prepares for blastoff, the pressure is on, the rewind not propelling forward with momentum, or but the rewind now propelling forward with momentum of years of tension built up, and now intention, focused intention to direct his missile in one particular direction. The Florida Keys to the Bermuda Triangle, the oranges to deep tissue massage. Message in a Bottle was coming up here by Sting, as well as Time in a Bottle by Jim Croce. So that's about standing alone and sending a message in a bottle out at sea, on an island unto yourself. So again, that's coming up in this message. And then Time in a Bottle. And I have to, I didn't look it up. I have it on this. I can't read it to you. But look up the lyrics to Time in a Bottle from Jim Croce. The chorus, I don't know if I'll remember all the words, but there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know that you're the one I want to go through time with, and Spirit's connecting with me. So that was really beautiful. So you might want to listen to that if you don't know that song. Suffering, the Queen of Wands, over isolating and coming out. The two hermits coming out about suffering and silence, and karmic completion. Moving to the next level of the game, which means you passed the first level, or whatever level that you're on. Before I get into recently, I'm going to show you around the cards. Alright, so let's see what we have here. We have the Queen of Wands there in the underlying energy. Recent past is Ascension, which is like the world. Then we have the That's the Queen of Orbs, or it's the Sage of Orbs, or Queen of Orbs, as I'm losing my voice, reversed. She's reversed. And it's the Queen of Wands on there with the Devil reversed, and the King of Swords first with the Hermit reversed. So it could be a King of Swords with Virgo in their chart, and then the Queen of Wands can have Capricorn in their chart, or they could to do with over isolating or coming out, and then chaos and detox situations, codependency, obviously. In the recent past is the Ascension, that world, but in the center here is the Sun, which is just this orange here. That's solar deity in this deck, the Sirian Starseed deck. We have Adept of Flames, which is the Knight of Wands, and then the underlying energies over here, and then that spider web is the shadow or the devil energy in the crowning position. We scroll over, and then the near future is the two crystals, which is like a surrender in this deck. You see that little window there. The masculine sees himself as the Six of Swords today, but it's reversed energy, and then you have all of the romance angel cards. Around the masculine, or how he's seen, which you can't even see anything on that card, is the Ace of Pentacles, which is upright today. So that's that new beginning, but look at all that physical stuff that is surrounding that new beginning. How he's seen, or excuse me, the blocks that he needs to clear is the Star, which is upright today. And then we end up on the Five of Cups, which is reversed. It's the Five of Chalices in this deck. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, or Eight of Crystals. Then we have the Page of Chalices, or Cups. Those two are both upright, as well as the Hangman is upright. And then we end up there at the World, which is also for me the Sealed Divine Feminine. I'm going to show you the other cards I put down. The top ones are underlying energies. It starts with Aries to the left, and it goes across to Pisces all the way to the right with the little girl. And then we have some summary cards down here, and there's two sets of cards laid, so I'm going to go over all of them for you guys when we get to the 12 cards. So recently for the masculine, let me pull it back just a little bit so I see some more. Recently for the masculine, Ascension completion is here. After a near-death experience, perhaps, and implementing a plan to recover and complete a cycle. The High Priestess reversed, their secret is out, and the Six of Cups, which is the two children in the garden, is upright, as well as the Lovers upright, with the twins. So there could be a twin, the masculine seeing the feminine, or himself as being happy with themselves now, finding their sovereignty. But also other people around them being in a refusal to love, or jealousy, or insincerity, or someone is just unable to love. Maybe you can't change someone, and the masculine's been trying to change that person, but now realizing that they can't love, it's not in them, or just something like that. Or that just people around him are always jealous. But someone happy now with themselves, no matter what other people think, inspired not to run away, and not to go back for more money, or stealing from self, or the Page of Wands is taking what they can get from the happy twin, now happy alone with themselves, but stealing information, and then taking it back for a payoff to recover funds. This is at 205, which is the High Priestess and the Hierophant. But there could be other situations there, which comes up in the read later. But there's definitely it might be a situation too where someone was paying kids to go get information from the masculine, like steal their information, or either twin, the divine feminine or masculine, but it's coming up about the twins and their sovereignty, that a child was paid, or a person was paid, an immature adult was paid to go do something to a twin, or to steal information from them to bring it back, either that they would get paid for doing this, or to make money off of them, stealing intellectual property, that kind of stuff. It was just interesting that it was coming up. But the foundation is the Queen of Swords reversed, where I lost my voice before. On it is the King of Swords upright, coming out about detox of the Queen of Wands, or coming out is the detox, or that the King of Swords is coming out about Queen of Wands who's gone to rehab, or that they just don't get along. One likes quiet and privacy, and the other likes chaos and parties. Or the Queen of Swords reversed and the King of Swords are lawyers for Scorpio, Leo, Sagittarius, Virgo, Capricorn, different energies. Divorcing or breaking contracts, or just all is exposed regarding the Queen of Wands, King of Swords, and the Queen of Swords reversed. Or the Queen of Wands and two hermits are coming out. Centrally is the sun reversed, drained, sick, overexposed or overradiated, underestimated was coming up here as well, with dysfunctional family, loss of family or family money or legacy or a person, but someone with a new passion, this family with a new passion for twins or kids who find happiness with themselves and see them getting their wish, or inspiring those around them to steal their ideas and make money, or wanting to offer a contract to them to make money off of them. Dysfunctional family taking a gamble or has gambling issues, a roll of the die with options, bowling for dollars, seeing synchronicities everywhere of the divine feminine lover. The challenge being the Knight of Wands. That's the challenge for the masculine today. Free to leap with an open heart away from the King of Cups reversed, who's somebody either emotionally detached, or could be an emotionally manipulative, or it could be an alcoholic. But this lover with options, now maybe over their grief, over their loss, their regret, and or guilt. The divine masculine drained due to someone's player ways or their own, or thinking they have to be someone they're not, or emotionally detached King of Cups reversed, and the Emperor reversed, out of control, free to flirt with whoever he or she wants or pleases. So I was trying to pull up some energy about who they were for sure. Definitely the King of Wands was coming up as, and that was confirmed by the message in the codes, that the King of Wands is the aspect of the masculine that's not his true self. The person he thinks he has to be, right? To be the cool guy, to be the one that all the girls want. So it's asking them to pull back on that energy. Could be someone receiving messages at work of courtship, but that could have to do with courts as well. A lover working with him, but he thinking of someone else, or thinking of proposing to someone who he knows would be good to work with, or someone who's worked so hard for it. Also could be someone who sews, or maybe they know that they have a sewing machine. But seeing those two to be the main male and the main female, so that's the masculine. Also distant horizons of imprisonment of a child and a false person and a thief, and that was coming up several times. And let me just read you what else I was coming up when I was trying to clarify those energies. Also the masculines, some of the masculines may come up as having been poor or homeless at one time, and now a wealthy man with options, or seems so anyway, or now seeing synchronicities everywhere of the divine feminine, or with a choice of path of either the twin waiting or a privileged lady, or the twin waiting may be a privileged lady, or the journey of changes with a message of concern read by a woman that the message was for a man, and now that man is concerned because maybe somebody else read their message that shouldn't have, maybe an official person. And then the main male, in despair, alone in a living room, needs to take a train or a journey to a bad neighborhood, or for a wealthy man to go to a judge with a mature woman, possibly sudden wealth of lovers in a courtship, and bad health and unexpected income. So again, someone might have inherited something. But also feeling imprisoned by a gift of a house, maybe that was a money pit, needs a lot of work and permits, but of high honor. Maybe it's if it was fixed up, it would be really a great place, but it's a money pit and it could be huge and may not have the money to fix it all up, but it could be a high payoff or just some kind of high honor involved with this. Mature man and a daughter or a child is coming up again as a false person, a thief tied to a marriage and work, but the man with this person is thinking of someone else. So it's definitely coming up as it could be a karmic. Not all the karmics are going to be a thief or a false person, but definitely is coming up in that energy. Also, the Queen of Wands came up with a coffin again. So it could be an inheritance or an ending to something, an end of a marriage, or it could be a death as well. The Queen of Wands could also be a judge that's dealing with the court matter for the masculine. It's coming up as a mature woman. It could be a female judge with sudden wealth, with lovers, so also someone paying off a judge or some legal person was coming up here again, which has come up before. Lovers in a courtship, an occupation, or just that this feminine is occupying his thoughts. There could be someone too, thinking about, like, thinking, oh, maybe if she dies, I can get her money, like that kind of energy. Or maybe if she dies, she'll leave me the house. But, the things that people think if someone's ill or they're getting old, but it's coming up as a masculine thinking those thoughts. The Queen of Swords reversed, and then it could be a thief as well. Maybe they want to marry someone wealthy who's old so that when they die, they can get their stuff, right? So the Queen of Swords reversed, or the Queen of Swords reversed is coming up as a gift to a wealthy man in judgment. So somebody might have left something to a divine masculine unexpectedly, or to another man because they passed away. So the Queen of Swords reversed definitely could have been someone who's passed. A gift for a wealthy man, or a wealthy man passed and to a mature woman in court, or maybe someone's passing money just in court to a woman, but it's coming up as a mature woman, so that he can occupy the lover so he can court the lover who occupies his thoughts. Again, the Queen of Wands, imprisonment, thief, and marriage came up, and then the Queen of Swords reversed, the main male, in bad health, and the coffin came up for that as well. So they're all interrelated there. The Emperor and Empress today were both reversed. The Aces were all upright except for the Ace of Swords. The King of Swords and the King of Pentacles were upright. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups were upright today. The Knights were all reversed except for the Knight of Wands. And the Page of Wands and Cups were upright. The Tens were all reversed except for the Ten of Cups was upright. And the Nines were all reversed except for the Nine of Cups. That was the Get Your Wish card. The Fives were, Five of Wands was upright, and the Five of Swords was upright. So that fight and war energy is definitely on. The grief is, someone's getting over the grief, and then any abandonment or loss, that kind of stuff. But there's definitely war energies here, battle and war. The ones that were both upright and reversed, or there's two signs, two different people, or expressing both the positive and negative energies. The ones that were both ways are Leo, Gemini, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Aquarius, Aries, and Cancer. Virgo was reversed. Libra was reversed. Capricorn was reversed, and Sagittarius was just upright. All right, so the King of Wands is the challenge in getting busy, or too busy, right? Doing too much. Errands, working out, running around with no energy, working to align and inspire, or inspired. Free to leap away from emotional detachment, or a King of Cups reversed, lovers, synchronicities everywhere, that the Divine Feminine is over her grief. Someone in their knowing, or the masculine is knowing, or pretending not to know. Leo, this could also be a Leo person, unless the masculine's a Leo, but Leo or ego is coming up, of being strong and taming the beast, healing and breaking patterns of insecurities, and obviously manipulations. The Queen of Swords reversed, injustice or Libra energy, or Lady Judge, who is nasty as rusty nails I was getting, or the Queen of Swords reversed and the Justice reversed, and the King of Swords upright, him and his knowing, and the Queen of Swords reversed, saying it's not fair, deception of suffering and stress in the downturn or change of fate. Perhaps the goose didn't get schooled by the judge and then someone's pissed. Or Queen of Swords reversed, tripped up with insecurities, unfair to the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is upright here. At the new moon, stressed about the bad timing of it all. Now crowning is the Shadow reversed. So it can be detoxing, but it always gets with the worst. It peaks out before it gets better. So it's definitely chaos and evil coming up here. In need of detox, stuck without peace, sharing with others who want to fight. A dead end, transformation, and ending. Dark night, hanging in limbo, with feet caught in a bind. Overworking is not working, or masculine is done aligning with suffering. Healing from death or dark night, or dreams come true with a third party through work, or not getting along at work, or someone who left work or closed their business or left for detox or rehab. The Queen of Swords reversed, overexposed or overradiated to darkness. There could be a wrongful death suit here as well that a masculine's been dealing with. That obviously is not going to be for most masculines, but it's coming up as a message for someone. After the Queen of Wands completed cycle of suffering, the Hermit's coming out about it. 2 hermits. In need of help, money, or opportunity. And the 2 hermits can definitely represent the twins. Not knowing about the dark stuff that was going on. The Leo, who could be an opportunist in a bold move to hold back an announcement, or verbally abusive. Or Leo told a child to do something illegal to make money. Angel, patiently healing and breaking patterns, getting busy but not knowing which way to turn, or as far as injustice. No fair in a divorce, or not knowing whether or not to rescue a person or let them rescue themselves. Libra, confused about the Queen of Wands and Page of Wands. Sagittarius and 2 kids, or one with mother and one's with father, and duking it out. Or Leo, Capricorn, Cancer with 2 kids, and then another person, Sagittarius, Libra, with Queen of Wands, and 2 fire sign kids, or Libra and Queen of Wands both cheating on each other, no reunion or just no joy, gossip over indulgences, and or third-party accusations, but there are none. And I wanted to repeat that because this reads all about the number 2, and there were no 3s in the main cards in this read at all, okay? Sagittarius, female drinkers coming up again here, potion maker, up to no good again, in need of help, or may have involved a younger sibling in their whatever they're doing, whether if they're drinking, doing drugs, doing illegal activities. It could definitely be a teen or early 20s type person who either is an opportunist or now is involving their younger sibling. That was at 342. 3 is the Empress, and 42 is the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups was reversed today. So that may have to do with the mother of the Empress and a breakup, or not seeing eye to eye with their child. A Queen of Wands may be teaching their kids her own negative addictions or habits. And now, like, the one who's just like her is probably in a big fight with her because they can't be in the same room together. So 344 is the Empress and the 4 of Cups, mastering, grounding, and integrating. Lots of Sagittarius and Libra energies there. The Queen of Wands and Queen of Swords reversed, and the King of Swords, which came up in the main cards, but also came up again clustered in another deck, or 2 decks. The same combination came up, so it's definitely about the Queen of Wands and the King and Queen of Swords, but the Queen of Swords reversed. Excuse me. And then kids possibly in court. A divorce or wrongful death issue. Soon is dropping a facade. It can be inheritance court too. So soon someone's dropping the facade, breaking patterns, and the King of Wands is reversed without options or out of options, or so tired they've already surrendered. So they're past that. Presently, sudden events, explosion, or epiphanies between the Queen of Pentacles reversed, Earth sign, and an Emperor reversed, who could be out of control, abusing his power. It could be ego death, but I'm getting more of the abuse of power here. And then the King of Cups reversed is over them. The Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor both reversed. The King of Cups reversed, the King of Wands reversed, and the Emperor reversed, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Could be lots of different combinations. The Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles are side by side. The King of Cups reversed is over them, and then the King of Wands reversed is totally off to the side from them, separate. They've like left them behind. So it could be a father and daughter, the ones that are next to each other. Could be a divine masculine and his karmic as well, or a daughter. Or it could even, this Emperor could be a mother who's like a man, you know, out of control with their daughter. But also could be them with 2 brothers, or 3 to 4 partners, or divine masculine left behind the karmic and her father and brother. So there's all different combinations that could be right there. Aries, Scorpio, and Earth signs were coming up there. A big fight between the Emperor reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, possibly at work, or a child getting a big kick out of watching the adults fight without participating. That was coming up with the Page of Wands. And that could just be their child, but their child can be an adult child. The Divine Masculine seeing himself as the Six of Swords reversed, so not able to find peace, a prisoner without love, just jealousy and insincerity around him at work, the student of deception in an awakening, or big egos, or radiation, or studying all angles of the new moon of an awakening. The masculine has let your friends help, playfulness, reconciliation, free yourself, and then wedding, which this situation has to do with marriage. In studying all angles of the gold coin and energy at the new moon may have a light bulb moment. Around the Divine Masculine, or as he is seen, is a new life, new money, or dropping burdens and draining kids, giving up, surrendering completely. The King of Pentacles defenseless and no longer cares, letting all energies just pass him by. Clear blocks masculine of that star energy, of healing and shining your light, of being successful and having your dreams come true, stardom and recovering at the workplace with issues, and the King of Cups reversed, detached. There's a breakup or disconnect of the Queen of Swords reversed, moving or unstable, offering love through a sale of a house, to gift. In uncomfortable emotions, letting go to repair, manipulative patterns, falsifying records, so there could be falsifying money records as well. A Leo and or ego tripped up. The King of Cups reversed could be that Leo and or Cancer energy. The King of Cups reversed could have manipulated themselves off the hook with lies in court as well, or the Queen of Swords reversed is his lawyer, or one who lies or had judge in their pocket. Either the Empress passed due to wrongful death, or she's in prison for wrongdoing, or lost at sea, boat overturned, or judgment overturned, or lost her mind at an engagement. And that can be any kind of engagement. Love partnerships came up, new beginnings, surrendering and teaching and learning, but even more so for the masculine today was compassion and happy ending. Judgment overturned or bad judgment made or deliberated too long and defaulted. So somebody might have defaulted on the loan of a house. They lost the house. Empress reversed, getting over grief, loss, regret, guilt, shame, refusing to let go of the old ways, or just old people, or she's old herself and having issues. Present to issues with daughter, Sagittarius drinker, and deception and suffering in a turn of fate. Engagement or wedding could have been called off. Leo and or ego taming the beast with rest and meditation, now being calm and quiet, or over a death, or learning to keep to themselves, keep their mouths shut. Working to align, grounding and integrating love from a third party, or gossips or kids, or friends who overindulge. So someone learning to stay away from that energy, which could be a karmic, a mother, or the Divine Masculine. That's at 419. 4 being the Emperor, and then 19 the Sun. Very masculine energy there. So the friends who overindulge, it's coming up as an issue with the kids, because it's coming up due to boredom, like a Sagittarius female, so if that's someone's karmic or their teenage child, and or a Libra with addictions, or overindulgences due to boredom, a loud mouth, or someone who lies, or too much tweeting, powerless and overspending until penniless. So this could, everything has to do with the masculine, the karmic, and or kids, so it could be all involved. Or a third party offered love and it was ignored, and then gossiped about by karmics and or kids, or possibly property damage was done as well. The Page of Cups, message of love, or child who is loving, or a new love hanging out, awakened and open-hearted. The Page of Cups with a message of love, and the worst is over, and feeling the bliss of the swords dropping out of their back, after the war within. Poor judgment, deliberation, indecision without using the intuition, refusing to move or work or unable to move, disabled, on strike, a sit-in, or just stubborn or lazy. The Queen of Cups married or committed to their higher self now, or the Queen of Cups is a Taurus or loves a Taurus. Resting is slow. Oh, not resting. Destiny is slow. Due to lies, perhaps, splits and divide, the BS, working through it and cutting through it, of the Hierophant and or Taurus, now complete, come full circle around the bend, so someone's dealing with the bends as well for alcohol withdrawal, a cycle over, or the divine feminine is on top now while others fight it out, like staying out of the fray. The Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords reversed, stuck without peace or no peaceful place to go for a new life or offer of money to complete the cycle, or being drained, sick, overexposed, challenged by busyness, activities, and unable to keep up with it. Healing to dream again after the darkness, evilness of death, getting over it, working to align, get organized, to love again, or at least offer friendship and hang out. The Queen of Wands complete and come full circle, and I was just getting the Chiron return too, in suffering. All right, so letting go of the suffering, come full return and deal with your parent issues and all that kind of stuff when you're little at the Chiron return, which is about 50 years. The Queen of Swords reversed, drained or sick, evil or past, challenged by the Knight of Wands, passionate movement, or in other words, life, getting busy with life. The Divine Masculine without peace, giving up, for new life, healing and dreams come true, to get over himself and be happy, even just being still and hanging out. And that was at 4:34 to 35, which is the 8 of Wands and the 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior, along with that heated exchange. So healing all of that. I was just getting to, the Queen of Wands and Queen of Swords reversed could be two kids as well. Someone lies and someone gets them in trouble, right? The fire sign wants to do all these sneaky things, and then the air sign either lies or opens their mouth about it and gets them in trouble. That's kind of funny. But and they could be two friends too who hang out together, whereas the Queen of Swords reversed would be then the partner of the King of Swords or the child of the King of Swords. So let's go on to the 12 signs now. I have the 2 sets of cards out there already, but I am going to pull clarification cards from the Rider-Waite Mini also. So let's see if I can get these in the picture for you. All right. So this is the 5th card down. All right, so we have the Page of Pentacles here. The 4th card down is that 5 of Wands. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed at the top. This is the water column. This is the air column, earth, and fire. So the Queen of Pentacles reversed is at air. The Chariot reversed is over the earth column. And the Page of Cups, as the bottom of the deck, is over the fire column. So looks like there's definitely kids involved here. Could be a single mom as we go here across. Could be someone without a car or who's on the warpath. One child's upright, one's reversed. So one could be a good student, then we're back to school now, and the other one is whiny because they don't like going back to school. Or just somebody's shy or vulnerable, or someone's spoiled and bratty. There's 2 child energies coming up there. The Queen of Pentacles reversed definitely is connected to this Page of Pentacles upright. So this child could be only their child, or this could be the one that's like them in the relationship. But there's definitely fighting between the mother and children, whether it's both or just one or the other. And so someone's on the warpath. So it definitely looks like the 2 up top are on the warpath. The Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Page of Cups reversed. Or literally their car broke down and the child's mad because they can't go where they want to go, or they can't go to their activities or go to a school thing. Or literally, just like I said, a car is broken down, or travel or a move was canceled, and there's a big fight. So, and that's definitely fighting because they're all reversed up top there. There's chaos for sure. Or it could be a competition. Someone went to a competition, they lost. So they're all moody and pissy afterwards. Okay, so let's go with Aries first here. So Aries, we have the Magician and the Community. But we have the Page of Cups up top there, reversed, which is, being whiny, emotionally immature, or just someone who's vulnerable and shy. So why do we have the Magician and the Community for Aries? And then that Page of Cups. Well, these want to come out, but I also have one that flipped inside the deck, so I'm going to pull that out for you. All right, so we have this is someone definitely dropping all their burdens. And we also have these guys here. the Eight of Pentacles, the Wounded Warrior, the Nine of Wands, and then the Ace of Swords. And this is someone who's definitely, you know, hanging on to all their wounds and their truth. They're saying, this is the truth, and I want to sulk some more, right? This is dropping the burdens, though, in a confession. There's two different energies here. This is someone who's just dropping it and going back to work, like letting it roll off of them, and then this is the one who's still holding on to things. So this is where the fight is. Someone's not dealing with burdens anymore, right? It's your wound to heal, not mine. This person's good. And then this is a person who's stubborn with their truth, insisting on their truth. So, Aries is one or the other. We have the Magician and the Community. So someone's making magic in the community. Maybe this person just doesn't like that. Maybe it doesn't resonate with them, so they're mad about it. Or this is the person with the truth, and this person is just ignoring them. So this could be a masculine and a feminine as well. So depending on who you are, it's all coming up for Aries, both sides. So Aries can be both ends. So we'll see what comes up with that. Then we have Leo, the Seven of Pentacles and Thoughts. So this again is the man who's thinking about somebody. Okay? He's thinking about what he has. Like, this is not wealth, okay? This is someone who's saved money, and they may be reaping the rewards and taking a break, but they're daydreaming about what they want to do with their money, but maybe they're limited on what they can do, and wondering how they want to spend this. Do they want to spend it on her, or do they want to spend it on a new project or retirement? It could be all three of those things, depending on who we're talking about. So we also have the Page of Cups, though, for Leo, which could be Leo being a spoiled brat, or it could be their child acting that way, and how they want to spend their money. Do they want to spend it on the child who's being bratty, or could be a very vulnerable child who's had their feelings hurt, and they want to help them feel better. So it just depends on your situation. Also, it could be an adult like that, or it could just be these just flipped over in here. It could be also a new love that was overturned, like there was a new love offer or a message of love, or maybe the Leo's thinking, is that offer still good, right? Maybe he's worrying that love, that friendship offer or offer of love is no good anymore. So this is coming up for Leo, being present and patient, and walking away from problems to find what's missing in their lives. And we have King of Swords energy here as well. So it's definitely masculine energy coming up here, but it can be either. But someone's just being patient, taking one step at a time, being present. It's definitely on the journey now, right? Because this is a journey card too. They're in their truth. Okay, so this can be the Leo, or it could be somebody else. Like this could be the Leo, and then this is somebody else altogether. Like this could be a divine masculine, and this is a Leo, being present to nothing. And, you know, that's why this could be a thinking man, thinking about the other person. So it could be two men. Or just that this is the masculine thinking about the angel, or walking away and within to find his truth, to just be present and to enjoy reaping rewards of just being with himself and thinking about a woman. All right, so maybe also no longer dealing with difficult children or females or men even. It could be any kind of immature energy with the Page of Cups reversed, but feeling really good, like just dealing with themselves and no longer having to deal with that kind of energy. So let's see with Sagittarius. Sagittarius, we have the Tower reversed and then the Family Room. So it's either avoidance or in the aftermath of sudden events, this could be ghosted. Like when all of a sudden there was a huge fight and now everyone's gone. Like there's nothing there. So definitely could have been a fight or a family fight, or that a house was abandoned, or it gets it's no longer occupied or allowed to be lived in. let's see here. So this is coming up with these guys here. The Sun too. So this is Sagittarius. So we have the Six of Cups reversed. We have the Fool upright, the Knight of Pentacles reversed, and the Sun. And this is, let's see, this is kind of interesting. So there definitely could have been in some kind of sit-in, like somebody was on strike, so they're not showing up. So it's living with the family room. So someone might not be showing up for family meetings anymore, or not showing up to work, if it's work, especially if it's work out of home. But instead, they're playing and having fun. So it could be kids on strike, like refusing. This is a negative past, or the past returning, or just looking back at your own childhood, your own past lives. Or it's not necessarily negative if it's the past returning. Could be that someone's really happy and feeling free and open now that the past is returning, and then not working or unable to work, but happy about it. This one's just happy, hanging out, being home, not working with the kids, being free, with the past returning, or just, you know, processing through a negative past with an open heart, or dealing with difficult kids and not caring what they do or say. I'm going to be happy whether you guys are happy or not. This could be a little stubbornness, so there could be kids around with this and this for sure, and this. There's kids here for sure. It could be like a teacher too, who's being an inspiration to all their students. No matter what the students do, this teacher is always happy with an open heart. So that can be a parent or a teacher, or just in any relationship, you know. It doesn't have to be children, but it can be for sure. So in the aftermath of recent events, just not show it, like actually could be taking a field day at school too, where the teacher takes all the kids out instead of having to stay in the classroom. Maybe, oh, that's funny too, because I actually texted a friend today who said they had a fire drill. So they had to abandon their classroom. So that's kind of interesting. So that could come up for your kids today in school. But that actually, you know, it's going to be some strikes, but people are happy that they're on strike because they don't have to do anything. Or the kids are excited that you're home because you're never home because you always work all the time. There's that kind of energy. It's like not working, or someone being stubborn or refusing or striking, but the people around, even though there's been a negative past around it, there's definitely people who are feeling free and happy about it, out playing in the sun. And it may be mixed. Some might be really happy, and then others not, because they want to go back to what they were doing. Or they don't want to be stuck with someone they have a negative past with. But it definitely can be past returning, like friends or kids or relatives coming to visit. But abandoning the house to go out. Or there was some kind of fire or some kind of destruction. Something happened where you couldn't be in the building anymore. Whether it's school or home or work, doesn't matter where it is. That's coming up for Sag. But either way, as you know, it's kind of a mixed blessing, but fine. But we have this up here. There's definitely going to be kids who are unhappy or just whiny about it, or feeling vulnerable. Maybe if there's a threat at school too. Some like the excitement of it, and then others are scared by it and want to stay home. So that could be that energy as well. Judgment comes up, and then main male. This is for Taurus. So for me, judgment can be all about, you know, that wake-up call, a call to action. Can be announcements coming out, so this could be school announcements as well. It could be rising from the dead here, and also being judged, you know. And we have the main male here, who could have a final judgment that's coming through. So someone could be judging them, or he's hearing his call to action, and he's coming through. And you see, if they're covered like this, you see the man focusing on the call to action and actually hearing it and seeing it now. So there's the Chariot reversed is above Taurus, which means there's chaos going on, or things are broken down or canceled. Car broken down, plane broke down, so maybe your plane is late, and there's a big announcement at the airport. He's in a suit. It could definitely be business people traveling, and their plane got delayed or canceled or failed or was broken, or you know, hopefully there's not an airplane crash. But it's definitely about moves, vacations, any kind of travel or move, canceled or overturned or changed perhaps. But definitely all about announcements coming out. Lots of announcements, judgments, final judgments, divorces coming through, things like that. And because of that final judgment, whether it's a court case or a divorce or anything like that, it's a bit chaotic. And also you may be stuck in traffic a lot. So let's see how Taurus clarifies here. Someone might be in an accident with a young person, or it's that the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Cups were in a car accident together. So they're both unhappy and they're fighting at the accident. All right, let's see what Taurus is coming up here with. So again, we have the Judgment card, and here's the Hermit shedding light on that, which could just be me telling you about it. But it could also be some Aquarius and Virgo energies there, whether it's a car accident or not, or a divorce coming through, or an announcement at the airport. This is someone choosing a path and choosing the new, the left, and they're standing behind the Hermit or the Virgo energy in a final judgment that's coming out, right? So someone's standing behind this person, and this is someone either instability, or this is because they're moving in with them, or they're moving out with them, okay? But this is a move, or it could be could be the end of a marriage, it could be the end of a home and family, it can be the cancellation of a party or a wedding as well. So again, that family meeting of Sagittarius could have been canceled because of an announcement. Okay, so this is Taurus. We have the Judgment. So Taurus is Judgment. There's definitely a main male there. So the main male can be Virgo or have Virgo in their chart, or the Virgo could be someone separate from the main male. And this is the main male who's backing them up, who's the one moving. Or this is the same person who's doing all of these things. So they made a decision to move or leave or cancel something. And then they're depending also, maybe this person made the decision because they make the choice, and then this person has to shed light on it for everybody else. So they're sending somebody else to spread the word. Or the other group is spreading the word, and this person shed light on it for this person. It led them to this place where this announcement was coming out. That's Taurus. So that could be causing delays, all right? So it's definitely, I'm getting like airport delays, because this is a delay in a new start, delay in a new passion or a project. So just delays, but those are coming up. All right, so then we have Virgo energy is the Four of Wands with the wealthy man on it. So it's not bad energy for the earth signs here, except for the fact that the delay or the chaos up top there with the Chariot reversed. Let's see what comes up for Virgo. I mean, that could just be there's a wealthy man who just bought a home, or a wealthy man gets to hang out at home because things got canceled or the car broke down, and they're he could definitely be in the airport too. He's in the suit, or it could be at work. Somebody could be stuck there, or like I said, there are fire drills, any kind of drills at a workplace where you're kind of stuck there and you can't work, or you're outside. Let's see what's coming up for Virgo. Okay, so that's interesting. So we have the King and Queen of Wands, both reversed. Obviously looks like they're not getting along, they're split, but they're over it. They're so over it. This is what I'm getting. So the wealthy man can be the King of Wands reversed, or the Virgo can be totally separate from these two, but it can be, you know, in their environment. But again, it's at home. It's at the home, or a celebration. It could have been a party at a wealthy man's house that got really chaotic because the King of Wands and Queen of Wands had a big fight. They're just over it. So that definitely could be. Or like I said, it could be a wedding that was canceled, or a family reunion, or anything, an anniversary party, anything like that could be canceled. They're both so over it. They're both pissed, or they're just both completely exhausted in the situation. But the wealthy man's fine. He's at home. So it could have been his house that they had the party, or a wedding, or whatever it was. Or maybe someone's buying a house, and two people can't agree on something, and they're so over it. All right, so there's all sorts of different things. Things being canceled, cards broken down, chaos breaking out. There definitely could have been a fight there, and it could involve water signs, so we have fighting for sure over there. And the Chariot reverse is chaos. It's someone on the warpath, right? But the wealthy man there on Virgo with the Four of Wands, he's fine. He's letting it all, he's smiling and watching. And that could be like the Page of Wands came up in the read, enjoying watching the other people fight, the other adults fight. And that was the Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor reversed. So that could definitely be here with Virgo. So this could be Queen of Wands, could be the Queen of Pentacles reversed, because she's come up as the same person many times. And then the Queen of Wands, or the King of Wands reversed, definitely could be a masculine, could be the Emperor reversed. Or it could be his father. So it could be the daughter, the Karmic and the father fighting, or the Karmic fighting with the masculine. All those kind of energies are coming up. But you got the picture. But it's definitely getting the same energy of someone, the kid, or the wealthy man, laughing at the other people fighting and not being affected by it at all. These two cards are coming up next. So that's about, it's the Nine of Swords reverse is awful. This is, a lot of suffering, chaos, like death, any kind of suffering, lies, verbal abuse, but at her hand. She could be suffering in silence here. This could be Virgo suffering in silence at the hand of those two who are so over themselves. But there's a wealthy man involved too. That King of Wands can be the wealthy man, but it can be a separate person as well. But this definitely can be Virgo energy too. This could be the two extremes as well. She's either the one suffering in silence and just gone through a lot. I mean, she's already mourning upright. This is like major grief and mourning. Or she comes out verbally abusive because of the suffering that she's gone through. I'm going to leave that out, actually. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep that in, see if she comes up anywhere else. Then we have Capricorn. So Capricorn's got the Eight of Wands and the courtship. I was just getting the courtship of Eddie's father. So it could be someone with children. Maybe it's the feminine courting the masculine. But this is the back and forth energies, right? The arrows of love. So that's really beautiful for Capricorn. But we have, again, the chariot. The chariot reversed is up top, which means plans or travel plans, move plans, courtship, wedding plans, all that stuff might have gotten canceled or delayed. Now, there's still good energy there in the courtship, because we have the Eight of Wands of the back and forth energy, which is expressing feelings of passion. It could be a heated exchange as well, but there's not any fighting energy here, but that energy could end up in chaos, or it's just around them. Let's see how it clarifies. This just flew out. All right, so there's definitely Leo egos involved. Calming the beast and spreading the word. And then the Page of Wands, which is uninspired or someone having a temper tantrum. So again, these could be the two kids I just described. Like, this is the one who's always getting everyone into trouble, and this is one who opens their mouth and gets them in trouble for telling what they did. Right? So this one's telling and spreading the word, and this one's up to no good. And then here's the Leo or ego of the Capricorn in this relationship here, trying to calm his own beast. Now, this Leo energy could be this child here, and they don't have to be children. They can be grown children, or they could be the two courting, where the masculine's trying to control his physical passions for her. She's speaking and spreading the word about keeping a rein in on your ego, and here he is about to lose it. Really funny. And this is about letting go to repair things. So that could definitely be a masculine coming forward to a divine feminine. Or it could be two kids learning to tame their inner beast, and maybe there's a Leo teaching them that, or a Capricorn. Maybe it's a Capricorn and a Leo. But the Tower energies, this is after the event, so they may have been there at the big fight. So in the aftermath of sudden events, whether it's a sudden epiphany, a sudden fight, a sudden everyone gets kicked out of the house, or a house fell down, whatever it is, this is letting go to repair. So this is where you need to spend money to repair a house, so it could be a money pit. So these two courting each other may have either inherited or was gifted a house, but it's a money pit, or there was a huge fight that they were kind of all involved with, but they thought it was kind of fun. They don't seem very affected by it. Or it's just that the plans got canceled, whether the purchase of a house, a move, or travel plans were canceled or delayed. But they're making the best of it. And the ones who can't make the best of it, like the little Leo, they're keeping their mouth closed. All right. So let's go on to the air signs. We have the Queen of Pentacles there at the top, who is in the reed next to the Emperor reversed. We have the Six of Swords, which is Masson came up with that, seeing himself this way, but reversed. And then a message of concern. So, again, we have two kids here, and then we have two kids in the underlying energies as well. And they could be the same kids, or they could be different ones. But this is for Gemini. So Gemini may be traveling, they may be going across the sea, or they could just be taking kids back and forth, and there's a message of concern. Maybe some kids went off to travel without telling anyone. So there's a Queen of Pentacles up top, reversed, so she could be concerned about kids or just about travel plans, but finding peace. So somebody, maybe there was a message of concern, but finding peace. Maybe it's a message of concern about somebody else's issues, but they're happy about it. It gives them peace, actually. Peace of mind. Let's see for Gemini. What's up? So this came out for Gemini. Ace of Pentacles reversed. The two aces came out for that Gemini. And then we have the Nine of Cups reversed and the Justice card reversed. So, there's injustice, delays, and a new start. Someone may be playing hardball. This could be holding back money, holding back a loan, holding back a new life. Someone's frustrated. Could be trying to rein in your third energies as well. Someone's sexually frustrated, someone creatively frustrated, or just no new growth in whatever it is you're waiting for, the new life. Someone just hanging back and playing ball. No sex, but not getting their wish, not happy, unsatisfied. Because of the injustice of it all, feeling it's all unfair. So that's what Gemini's feeling. A message of concern. So there could be a message between Gemini and this Queen of Pentacles reversed. Maybe Gemini's finding solace in the fact that they're not the only one who feels ungrounded right now. That's the energy I'm getting from it. But it also can just be the Gemini was holding back money, or the Queen of Pentacles was holding back money from Gemini, and that they're unhappy about that and think it's not fair. And what was under there again? Oh, that's right, the 6. But it's it's Gemini finding peace in the situation. So they're finding peace today. A message of concern. Maybe the message of concern is to them and they're able to help somebody else, and that makes them feel better. But definitely delays. But the two aces are there, which means the energy's there for that brand new beginning. And then the Nine of Cups is there too with the Justice card. So when that all flips around, there's a brand new beginning where you get your wish, and justice is right there. It's like on the tip of their tongue. So no fret, Gemini. Then we have Libra's strength and toil and labor. So someone's being strong and working hard, trying to tame their inner beast and just go with it. It could be a Queen of Pentacles reversed who has Libra in their chart, right? Who's worked really hard and just trying to be strong and not complain. So let's come up with Libra. All right, so this is Libra. So this is that suffering that I put back in here. So this came up for Virgo, but it's also coming up for Libra. Okay, so it's definitely could be someone who has Virgo and Libra in their chart, but it's definitely deep suffering in silence. This is very deep, and this is paralleling with the message in the bottle with the deep sea, right? Being on an island unto themselves out in the deep, deep sea. Very, very, the grief runs very deep. Okay, and this is about gaining clarity on the situation or making a decision. There's a lot of sword energy here, though. This person is strong. They've worked very hard. They're suffering in silence. They're trying to not put their pain onto somebody else. And they're clear. They have all the information they need, and there's nothing they can do about it. So if they can't change the situation, they're just doing the best they can to make, get by day, being strong. And this is, though, the worst is over with a happy family. This could be an infusion of money. It could be an inheritance. The worst is over, the bliss of the swords dropping out of their back. It's like after this long, drawn-out suffering death. Either the death has happened and they're finally out of their suffering, or this person all of a sudden comes into either money or a family or some kind of beautiful wish, right? Because this is the last card in the deck. It's the ultimate family life. So that's for Libra. An awakening. They could be a little bit skittish about giving love too, all right? Because there could have been deception and jealousy and sincerity around them in an awakening. Or they have a new idea because they just got a lot of money. Or maybe their head grew a lot because they just got money, so they got egotistical again. Or people around them are just jealous and deceptive, but they're awake now to all of that crap. So I'm not going to let it affect them this time. That's Libra. And Libra's dealing with the Queen of Pentacles up top. So again, that could be an Earth sign, could be a Virgo or another Earth sign. Could be Taurus or Virgo. And then Libra. Okay, but there's definitely a lot of suffering between the King and Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords reversed again, who was in the read, all right? So they're all involved here. That's definitely Virgo and Libra energies, and Taurus involved as well. So here is Three of Pentacles, and then the main female. So this is for Aquarius. So this looks very nice, except we have the Queen of Pentacles up top reversed. So the main female could be her, or it could be a separate female at work, but it has to do with work, or some kind of honoring, or some kind of church service, something small, a wedding, small wedding perhaps. But someone's unhappy there, so. All right, so we have somebody was dumped. So somebody could have been dumped at the altar, or dumped from their job, or overwhelmed, or just purging, feeling defenseless to the energies but no longer caring. Here's someone right after they get dumped or overwhelmed or crying, then somebody comes in with a little bit of love. So they might have lost all this or were pushed to their emotional limits, and then all of a sudden, being defenseless to the energies, all of a sudden, the true love comes in. Okay, so just when they thought all was lost, either an offer of friendship or an offer of love comes in, or a child comes in to make it all better. But this could also be somebody who's losing a lot of fluid, so they're peeing a lot all the time, or they're throwing up, so it could be if they're having dumping syndrome, that kind of stuff, but just defenseless to the energies and being cheered up by a friend or a child or an offer of love. But it has to do with the workplace, or some kind of coming together of co-creation or creativity, or like it could be a bris, or some kind of child, christening, child celebration, something like that. With the water poured, literally, it's a christening, with the water poured over their head, defenseless to the energies, but it's a brand new baby child. So somebody could be doing that. But the Queen of Pentacles is up top, so either the person who's doing it couldn't afford the money of it, so they're drained financially, or it's somebody else who who's upset about their thing, whether it was a ceremony or work. Either it's her being financially drained or ungrounded, or just all about money, like all about things, the superficial things, and needing to make it the best christening or the best bris, whatever it is, but can't really afford it. So maybe some issues around money there, or just not getting along at work. Maybe someone's being too loving at work, and it makes them gag. Someone wants to vomit because this person's so sweet. That's coming up for Aquarius. So Page of Pentacles, and then this is someone either laid to rest or just resting, sleeping, meditating, connecting in the 5D, learning about the energy in the gold coin, the Christ consciousness. So these could be the two separate women. This person's gagging at the sweetness, and then this person is, literally divine feminine energy or masculine energy, studying the gold coin, or it could be a child, a student who is learning about meditation and all that kind of stuff. But it also could, I don't see any children upside down here, so I don't feel, it could be the Queen of Pentacles may have been laid to rest as well, but I'm not really getting death here. We have all these children here. Between Aquarius and Sagittarius, all the kids are out there. And then the Sagittarius card comes out. So Aquarius and Sag are definitely related in regards to a lot of kids. They could be teachers together, helping kids break their bad patterns. Then we have Cancer. Cancer is the the Page of Swords and the Message. So it could be sealed with a kiss. This definitely could be a child wanting to spread the word or send the message, whether it's loving or not. It doesn't have to be. This could be someone instigating a fight too, because we've got the Five of Wands up top. Definitely a child. Either child sent the message to instigate a fight, or the child blocked or lied in a message to someone, like some kind of manipulation here. But the Page of Swords is upright. It's just, a kid being immature and maybe talking about things they're not supposed to talk about, or sending the wrong message. So let's see what comes out with that. And the Page of Swords came up on Capricorn. So I'm sorry, it wasn't Sagittarius. Sagittarius has kids too, so it's Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius. They all have tons of kids across the board there. And then we have a child here for Pisces. So it's like this whole bottom row is all about children today. And that makes sense because of school this week. So let's see, this is here also for Aquarius. So this is the perpetual student, always seeing another perspective, looking at all angles. But just needing some quiet time. They're the good student. But someone, in the Cancer, there could be someone spreading a message that incites a riot. All right, so we have the Magician, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Seven of Swords reversed. So this is either someone still being a little sneaky or telling half-truths. It's not outright bad, but it could be someone sneaking around. Could be a surprise as well, but this is also someone coming clean, or someone wanting to come clean and then running away before they do because they chicken out. But the Page of Swords is definitely spreading the word, and the Five of Wands doesn't have to be a fight. It can be a competition. It can be on a quest, right, for the impossible dream, fighting for riches and fame and all that kind of stuff. And this is someone making magic happen with the help of the Knight of Wands, because they have lots of energy and passion, but they don't always tell the truth, and you never know if they're going to show up to work. So this is what might be coming up here. There's just a message coming out. So it could have to do with a fight at school, could have to do with a competition at school, where a message was sent home about a child, or a child sent a message to someone that they're competing with. I mean, it could be positive or negative, but there's positive cards for the most part. But this could definitely be someone still cheating or telling half-truths to getting good with the Magician, right? This is the master manipulator, the one who has all the tools. This person may just want to get in good with them because they're famous or they're a teacher, right? The teacher's pet, but willing to lie or be sneaky to get it, or commit to anything to look good, and then they never show up or do what they're supposed to do. All right, so there's some negative energy here coming up with the Five of Swords. This is definitely someone, these two are like kind of up to no good, but this is the good one of the two, right? But he's got a smile on his face because he's watching what he's doing, knowing exactly what he's up to. It could be like even at a show at school, or a show at a magic show, seeing a magic show, and him wanting to get into the first row. So he's laughing because this person was like pushing through everybody to get to the front. So that could be at a concert as well. Definitely having to do with kids and what they do, and being impatient and wanting to be the best, right? Wanting to be in with the teacher, or being in with the group, or competing to get tickets to see a concert, a music concert. All those kind of energies are coming up there. Or it could just be sports, whether it's school sports or going to the professional games. So now we have, that's Cancer. Then we have Scorpio, has the Star, but also adjudication. So it looks like there's two people involved. So it could have been a fight, but there's healing here, and there's also, dreams come true. So maybe it could be a blessing in disguise. So it doesn't have to be a fight. It could have been a competition for a job, but Scorpio may have won. They're just coming out. So this came out for Scorpio. 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. This is like getting everything at once. An offer of love that was ignored before now comes back for the offering, and the fight is over. Or an offer of love comes back, and this person's not willing to fight for it, but now they are. It's like coming back, like all their dreams have come true, of two come together after before that cup was offered and it had been refused. They didn't want to fight for it. Or maybe this someone just explaining that they didn't have the energy to fight for it before. But either way, this is beautiful. This is emotional fulfillment in family. And then, soulmates, seeing eye to eye. It doesn't have to be a sexual relationship. This can be, brothers, sisters, parents, and a combination of that. But someone offering help to someone who's down on their luck, just in time, right? To end the fight or the competition, whatever issues they were having. This just could be conflict. But someone came to their rescue. The adjudication could just be a mediator at work too. Maybe someone were arguing about something. Or maybe two people were too lovey-dovey at work and they got in trouble and they got scolded. That could be at school as well. Either way, it's the Star card. Someone got in trouble because they're happy. And now they're bored because they got split up. Like maybe they were showing affection, or just how happy they were. And it was making other people around them pissed off, so they were broken up at school, or, something like that. It's really happy. Could definitely be a wedding, too. But somebody at the wedding may be bored. Maybe someone who doesn't like the fact that they're getting married. But this is Scorpio. So it could be getting married in City Hall. But you have to wait too long. It's interesting because I got married in City Hall, and the judge came out from sentencing someone to life in prison. They had the first witness on the stand and came out real quickly to marry me. So to sentence me as well. That's pretty funny. So that's Scorpio. But Scorpio looks really positive. So let's see what Pisces. Pisces has the Empress and the little girl. Okay, so this definitely could be mother and daughter. It could be the little girl inside of her. It could be a mother who's really fought for her daughter for her dreams to come true. So Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Pisces, what do you got for Pisces? What's left in the deck for Pisces? It could be that a fight was straightened out too. All right, so we have the Chariot reversed, the Queen of Pentacles upright, and then the Seven of Pentacles. We have the the Seven of Chalices as well. And just so you know, the Wheel of Fortune's coming out next. So there's mother and daughter, or boss and little girl, or teacher and little girl, or this could be the principal. Maybe a little girl got sent to the principal's office who's Pisces for doing something in school. But this is about, like I said, it's chaos and blocks. A car, trip, travel, anything broken down or delayed, or somebody who's on the warpath. But now the Queen of Pentacles is upright. She's good. She's not letting any of this stuff affect her. She's being very well grounded. And then this is somebody implementing a plan for other options. So let's say the flight got delayed or canceled. So she's very calmly going forward to make other plans. And this can also be seeing all the synchronicities around. This is her saying also, look, watch, I'm going to follow my guidance to make our plans. Everything's all laid out for us already. No worries. It's all going to work out perfectly. So this is the mother teaching the daughter how to manifest and not to react to situations, to deal with things calmly in order for the best outcome. Divine timing. That's a beautiful way to end things. So that's someone learning. I definitely experienced that with my daughter today, so that's very cool. Then we have the Three of Swords reversed and the Death card, which is healing and recovering from the situation. Allowing the changes, right? Allowing the death. Don't be afraid to allow people to confront their own issues. You walk right over. They're not willing to be nice. You walk right over them and you go your separate ways. Okay, it could be healing about a death as well. So, it could be someone who had a miscarriage, who's healing from that. Or just fighting for your child. Or the child, vice versa. The Pisces can be either one, the child or the mother or the grandmother, an aunt, a boss, a teacher, but someone of big importance. So definitely at school could be the principal, which cracks me up. Okay. This is so weird. I'm seeing a reflection. You guys can't see it because it must be reflecting off my glasses or something. I don't know what's on the floor. I don't know what that is. There's a piece of something on the floor that's just reflecting, but it was reflecting to me on and off in the shape of a heart. So I was hoping I could show it to you, but I can't. You can't get the right angle. It's not even, now I touched it. It's not even doing the same thing anymore. All right, so now that I'm stopping, we have the Lovers reversed on the bottom of the deck, which can just mean there's a breakup or no affections or someone's vacillating. And this is about dropping the facade or tripping up or breaking patterns in love relationships. Breaking up. This is breakup. But it's for your dreams to come true, okay? After being a prisoner of the Emperor and dreams coming true, learning how to break your patterns and to be good with yourself without the affection, right? It's not that you want to live without that forever, but that you can find happiness on your own. I don't think I showed this to you either. At the bottom of the deck, this deck was the Lovers and sudden wealth beneath it. And mature woman with a gift. So there's definitely inheritance here or just an actual gift. Doesn't have to be a death. And the Lovers can just be about affection, right? Between people. So it could be a mother and a daughter. This is just like that Pisces energy. The mother and the daughter giving a gift. And the gift is the wealth, right? It doesn't have to be money. The affection. All right, so I have to give you these last cards down here. So the extra card I pulled today for everyone was the false person. So be aware, this has been coming up over and over again. There's someone who's a thief, who's a false person, and it very much could be a daughter or a karmic of a wealthy man. But these are coming up together, the false person and the thief together. Otherwise, this could just be someone who's not showing you their whole self, right? Taking the mask off. So this does not, in itself, isn't bad. Or it could be literally that you're going to a masquerade ball. But we have the messenger of truth here. This was at the end of fire, right? Ready, knight in shining armor, ready to come in with their truth. And this is about looking back or going back to the past or living in the past. Someone's telling the truth about the past and the end of a family situation or an end of an emotional cycle, and surrendering, giving up, not needing to defend wounds anymore, not being the victim, letting go. They're coming in to tell you their truth. Really beautiful, guys. Let me pull one more card from here too. I'll put this one back in. All right, let's see if anything else comes out from the Kipper deck. Oh, what comes up? Oh, it's coming up because I just talked about it. So be careful in your journeys not to get pickpocketed. But again, it's just saying false person and thief on your journeys. Just, it's not about fear. It's about being, if you're present, you always know what's coming at you. So if you're present, a pickpocket can't get in your pocket because you're present. And so as people are distracted with their thoughts of the future and the past, that's why the manipulators can get in there. But if you're present, they can't. So it's not about teaching anyone fear or saying worry about this. It's about when you're present, you always see things coming before it's too late. Okay? And that's the mature man's at the bottom. So it's saying it's about maturity. All right. So we're going to leave it at that. Make sure to drink your water, get your rest, and be joyful. It's always up to you each day. Take it one step at a time and don't get down on yourself. It's okay. If you have a bad moment, you have a bad moment. That's all good. We're human. Just rise and be loved, guys. Be happy.